Is
Okay,
recording?
ready,
Okay.
go. Yeah.
So we met at Oak and then we went to Temple City High School, took Mrs. Allen's class. I took both of her classes, small business and creative clothing. And I wish I paid attention in creative clothing, to be honest with you. Thank God she did. But right after high school, I think I was already working during high school in retail. So I was working like at Express and I was doing the visual merchandising there. So right after high school, I was doing visuals at Express and going to PCC. And I wasn't even studying fashion. I was studying sociology at the time and trying to become a teacher. Um,
I remember that.
yeah. And what about you?
Right after high school, I took a year off. I didn't go to college right away. I started working at Lakeshore Learning in Pasadena. And then a year after that, I started fashion school, fashion design at LA Trade Tech. And I did the program in 2 years. It's a 4-year program. I did it in 2 years and I worked the whole time. And then
Yeah, and then during Express, it was too far for me, so she got me into Lakeshore. Again, still not fashion, but it was something close, something that paid well at the time. And we're college students, so we needed a job. And then I got promoted as a manager, so I was her manager. And then I was like, I was there for like what 7 years, and she was there for 10 years. And then I left Lakeshore, went to Crossroads Trading. I used to be a buyer there. I was one of the senior buyers for clothing, and that was really cool. It's a fun job. It's very different now because of COVID, but it was cool. I got to meet a lot of stylists. I got to meet. I just got to get familiarized with a lot of new brands that I didn't know. Um, Costs and budgeting of like a store and clothing. Then that didn't work out for me either. So then I jumped to a digital marketing agency in downtown, and that was really cool. That was it was a startup company, and it's called Devisa Agency. So they pretty much do all the marketing skills for up and coming brands. So it wasn't like your big brands like Gucci and the brands that you guys know. It was more of like brands that are on ASOS and Revolve, and we got to work with them and we did all their e-commerce. So I was in charge of doing all of their website stuff and writing descriptions. So like when you guys are shopping online, I like write all the product descriptions. I got to assist on set with styling for photo shoots, so that was one of my favorite things. And then after that, I went back to Lakeshore because the commute was just too crazy. And then that's when we started selling vintage clothing during one summer, but people weren't responding to vintage clothing. So we were like, let's do something different. But while we were selling, I would wear like t-shirts or pants that she would like paint for me, or she would like tweak up a little bit. And people were responding more to that at the markets. So we had like racks and racks of vintage clothes, and we were just like, well, we have all this clothes, we're sitting on all this clothes. Let's just reconstruct it. Let's start something new. So we started reconstructing it, but we were still working at Lakeshore, so we never had weekends off. So
yeah, so then we quit there and we just started doing this.
yeah, we started doing this. So it's gonna be about, I'm gonna say, a year and a half to 2 years that we actually started Rusty Reconstructed, not as selling vintage, but as selling reconstructed items. Um, it was a good idea to quit. I mean, it was hard to quit because we were in the company for so long, but it was the best decision we've ever made. But like I said, this is not our only job. We still work in the industry. What Tell them what you do right now.
I work with a shoe design company. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's different.
Yeah.
And then I have multiple jobs. So I actually work for our friend's restaurant. Chloe. I work at her restaurant in Pasadena. It's her.
Gosh.
Yeah, so she has two. She has three locations. She has two in Santa Ana and one in Pasadena that just opened, and it's all vegan. She does one's a vegan diner, and then two of them are vegan sushi. So I work at the front of the house for Chloe on like Mondays and Wednesdays, like literally whenever I have time. But on my other spare time, I actually assist a stylist, and she works with a singer named Anita, who's huge in Brazil, and she works with Khloe Kardashian. So I work with them literally like 4 days out of the week, and I just go assist her.
Temple City kids are also magic.
I know we do a
Or-
lot. We do a lot.
A
I'm
lot.
always doing something.
And I think you're in such good company because I hear that about a lot of your peers that they're like working at their dream jobs or doing all these things. It's
It's cool because we actually have been getting we've been doing more interviews because before we were really scared and we were just like, we're not nobody, like what, no one cares. So we just started to like just jump on it and just get the experience, you know. But people keep asking us like, what would you do differently? And the number one thing I keep saying is I wish we started this a long time ago. I wish we started this way, you know, like in the middle of Lakeshore, because
Yeah.
I feel like we're older already. And I don't know, I just feel like we could have done this a long time ago.
Yeah. I
For
agree.
sure.
But also what I noticed was that you are completely on trend with what you're doing. I mean, just beyond, you're ahead of the trend, what you're doing now. So it seems like it was good timing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and it helps too because we do the market, so we don't have a store. We're actually still based out here in Temple City. We live in Temple City. We're buying a house here in Temple City, so we're still here. If you see us on the street, you'll be like, "Hey, I know you." So like, you talk to my class. I'm like,
Over in
"Oh,
Bond, right?
yeah, down the street or something." So we're still here. We're still in the area, but it we're all over the place. I think the market really helped us because we really want to open a store, but it's obviously so expensive and so much. And it took us a long time to find our demographic, to be
Yeah.
honest. We were just we were selling at like Melrose, we were selling at Silver Lake, we were selling at Pasadena, and our demographic is definitely Melrose area, which is hard to get a spot, even for a market. So we're not there every weekend. We would love to be because you know we make money, we get to meet a lot of people. We've met so many people just selling at Melrose. We actually got, I know I'm all over the place right now, but we did New York Fashion Week in February. So we
saw
got
that.
scouted. Yeah, so we got scouted for New York Fashion Week last
June.
June.
Last June.
Yeah, last June. So we were supposed to do it in September, but then COVID cases were crazy here in LA. So they asked us to postpone to February just because, you know, they didn't want us to fly out there. And we said, yeah, okay. So we did New York Fashion Week in February. That was huge. And it was with a live audience too. So it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of my favorite experiences so far. But like I said, when we're at Melrose, we meet so many people. We've
Yeah.
met stylists who work with Usher. We've met stylists who work with a lot of dancers. We met a lot of dancers, our backup dancers. Plus, right now we're actually trying to figure out a way to connect with these stylists because they'll contact us to ask us to pull from us to borrow some of the clothing. But it's hard because everything we make is one of a kind. So like literally we'll make one item and then if it sells and they want it, I don't have it anymore. And we can't make the exact same thing. We can make something
Yeah.
similar, but it won't be the exact same thing. It's been cool lately. We've gotten our stuff on who?
No Cyrus.
Noah Cyrus. We just got our corset on.
On Instagram. Yeah, check
yeah,
out
that was cool.
Instagram.
Who else did we get our stuff on?
I don't even know.
Tanashi. She's
yeah.
has a couple of our pieces right now.
Yeah.
Nessa Barrett. Honestly, I don't know these people. We're
I know
older.
Tanashi.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of these TikTok people.
Yeah.
TikTok people contact us and reach out. YG and his team. That was cool. Yeah, we've just been meeting a lot of people. It's been really cool. It's
I
just
want to show your
very-
website. I want to show.
Okay. It's just very fast paced.
Yeah.
I have it up and ready. I don't know if this will record, but I'll show it anyway.
One thing I like to brag about though, for sure, is everything that's made and everything that you see on our website or Instagram is made, everything's done by both of us. Like we had no help. We sit here, we have our sewing machines, we have our overlock machines, we have 3 different sewing machines here in our room. So I took Mrs. Allen's class for sewing, but I didn't pay attention, India Love, we got our stuff on India Love. Yeah, so I wish I paid attention more in sewing class and took it seriously because I had no idea how to sew. And while she was sewing, I would help her like prep stuff, you know? So it was during quarantine when people needed face masks. and everyone was out of face masks. So she decided to make a mask for like, just us two and the family here at home. And I posted it online, literally on Instagram, and people were responding like crazy on Instagram over face masks. And it was insane. I'm not kidding you. We would go to sleep at, what time do we go to
Like
sleep?
5 a.m. and get up at 9 a.m. the next day and start making orders.
And just
again.
do mask
all
day. And I didn't know, again, I didn't even know how to sew at the time. So she was sewing everything. And this was over this last summer. And I was just cutting and cutting. And then until recently, she was like, I can't do this anymore. So she threw me on the machine, and now she has me sewing.
Yep.
So yeah. But like I said, I do like to brag about everything that's done. Like all the photography is done by us. The website, I do all of the websites. We make everything. We source everything. We have to we design everything. So anything that you see that's like made, it has to be approved by both of us.
Yeah.
So we'll be like, oh, let's get this T-shirt, for example, and then we'll be like, well, we can make a corset out of it. And then we from there we'll decide like, oh, what kind of style, what kind of cut do you want? And then we'll tweak it up. We'll agree or disagree. And that's how we come up with these ideas, because
Wow.
it's hard.
Well, we have a lot of questions.
Okay, cool.
I'll ask you. Where do you get your inspiration? I know I see a lot of art in there, and I know that's Arianna. I remember you were art history dedicated. I remember and art classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where else where do you get your inspiration related to art or other things?
I don't even know. So we only buy recycled fabric. So it also is kind of more difficult. So it's whatever we can find, basically. So a lot of the corsets, like the art corsets that you see, they're either tapestries, pillowcases, old aprons, like sheets, like literally whatever we can find.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so we are a sustainable brand, but we try not to use the word sustainable just because it's so broad and everyone is a sustainable brand.
Yeah.
But for us, sustainable means like using recycled materials, being zero waste, and zero waste meaning like on our website when you seen that guy wearing that big puffer jacket. So all the stuffing that's in the puffer jacket is all the scraps that we use to cut other things, So instead of throwing that in the trash, we use all of those scraps and stuff the jacket. So we're being zero waste. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do as a sustainable brand, and not just say we're a sustainable brand because everyone's a sustainable brand now, but we're trying to be more zero waste.
Yeah,
that's a big deal,
especially right now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's something I would be very proud of also.
But inspo, I think a lot of art lately, since we've blown up for sure, because she's been into it and got me into it as well. Just streetwear. You can tell our style is very streetwear, but like we do streetwear that's like people wouldn't think of. So we'll do like denim in the back with windbreakers in the front, So people are like, yo, I love wearing jeans, but I also love wearing windbreakers. So let's just do both. Yeah. Or we'll do a lot of like business casual, but like not business casual, like where you look casual when you work at a business, but like more like a blazer with like rings, hardware rings and grommets,
like super
and like
stylish business.
Yeah. You can still wear it to like an office meeting. I don't know.
Yeah, like sophisticated, dope
exactly.
wear. Yeah. Exactly. So, what do you think one of your best experiences has been since you started this?
I think New York Fashion Week. Yeah, for sure.
New York Fashion Week.
I bet that was a dream.
Yeah, it was insane. I still can't believe we did it.
It was chaotic. It was like what you guys, I mean, I don't know if you guys watch fashion shows like we do, but it was like what you see in a fashion show or in a fashion movie, and everyone's just running around in the background doing hair and makeup, but like in real life, it was like chaotic. That. Yeah. It was very, very chaotic.
How did you finish 4-year program in 2 years?
I don't even know. So my classes, they were 7 a.m. to 11, and then the next one was 12 to 4. So I did 2 full-time classes a day. And then after that, I went straight to Lakeshore and worked full-time.
And then did you go all summer and all 4?
Yeah, she did summer. I did
everything, yeah.
Yeah, she did summer. She did like all the winters. I didn't do that. I was, for all my jobs, at my retail jobs, I was pretty up there in management. So I didn't have the time to do full-time school, but they still let me go part-time. So I was doing like management at most of my jobs. So it took me a long. I don't even know. You don't want to know how long it took me to go to school. Forever.
I love trade tech. I started taking students there on field trips a couple years back.
Oh wait, I went to Trade Tech too. I
Yeah.
forgot to say that. I went to Trade Tech too because she did the fashion design program, and then she told me about it. And then once I was like, I'm done with sociology, I'm over school. I did merchandising and marketing.
Right.
there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a cool school. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I mean, it's the same price as any community college.
Mhm.
It's a metro stop from here.
The teachers are
Thanks.
great.
Oh,
All of
yeah.
my teachers are insane. Like amazing. They've all worked in the industry. Where did Miss Lee work?
BCBG?
Yeah, I met her.
BCBG.
I met her
Oh, you
when
did?
I
You met
was
Miss
working.
Lee?
Oh, I love her.
We love
Oh
Miss
my
Lee.
God.
My teacher was a buyer for Ocean Pacific at the a
Right.
long time ago.
Right,
They've all been in the industry, all of them.
okay.
But the school is great. Like you said, it's affordable. We didn't go to FITM, which people all assume automatically, but we're not
Recording
in
this,
debt.
but yeah, I know. LA Trade Tech
We're
is.
not in debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good school. So
I think
don't.
Ms. Lee lives around here.
Yeah, she
She
lives down the
does.
street.
Yeah, it's great. I met her.
Wait, do you know
So-
her son? Did he go to that school?
No.
Oh,
Arcadia, I think Arcadia.
yeah,
Yeah.
Arcadia. Yeah, it's a great school.
So I think a student asked this is, would you say that your previous work experience helped you in your current business?
For me, yes, customer service is huge.
Yeah.
That's number one. I mean, I've dealt with so many crazy customers. Till this day, even at the restaurant, I'm still dealing with crazy customers. But I think just the way you approach people, the way you speak to people, I don't know. I feel like now this generation is very attached to their phones, and we hear that all the time from our parents, you know. But I feel like we don't get that one-on-one interaction like we used to, especially with now everything being online.
Yeah.
Everyone's just shopping online or curbside pickup. We don't have that. People don't have that type of experience to interact with customers. When a customer walks into the store, like, "Hi, how are you? What are you shopping for today? Let me show you around. Let me show you our new sweater." For example, anything. So I think all of my jobs have taught us customer service experience, management experience. We were both managers at Lakeshore, so whether it was fashion or not, just how to time management, how to work with a team, literally like everything that you guys learn in school, like in classes, like small little like groups and classes that our teachers used to put us in before. I think it's helped a lot because if I didn't work at retail, I'm already stubborn, so I would have been like, I don't think I would have had a business on my own and
Yeah.
been able to talk to people.
Yeah.
While I'm at the markets, like when I'm at the markets, all we do is talk to people and network, and it's crazy because everyone is connected to people. Everyone
Yeah.
knows each other in our industry.
Everyone.
Everyone. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like I used to assist a girl, and she works with Rico Nasty and G-Eazy, and then we have another friend who like knew her, and then she got associated with us. I don't know. It's crazy how people just
Yeah.
keep coming, and then everyone knows each other.
That's
It's
awesome.
insane.
Yeah.
I guess there's a few questions in here related to this. Can you talk about, do you do custom projects? And then how about scaling? Like, do you have a plan to grow or be able to scale what you do?
We do customs. That's actually how we started because we weren't making corsets at the time. So we were making a lot of like men's shirts,
Or pants.
pants. She was painting a lot. Like this is the time when we didn't really have a lot of like what is it, like customers, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
And she was doing a lot of painting. So we were doing a lot of custom orders. She was painting a lot of jackets. If you're on our Instagram, you can check it out. She used to paint like people on the jackets. I don't even think I have any, but she painted like Billie Eilish on jackets. She painted Travis Scott on jackets. Frank Ocean. I don't know, because we used to go to a lot of concerts. We used to go to a lot of festivals and concerts. So like any artist that was playing, she would just paint them on a jacket, and it was crazy. Like it was like really like crazy paintings. Like it would be like people would come up to us and be like, "This is crazy. Like where'd you get this?" And we're like, "Oh, she painted it," and they wouldn't believe it because they were so good. I don't even think I have any, huh?
No.
I think we sold all of them. But those painted jackets, those were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the question?
What about scaling your work? Like, how about to grow? Do you have a plan or?
We do. I mean, eventually, not even eventually, like now we want to start doing like plus size, because most of our stuff's adjustable.
Mhm.
So all of our corsets are adjustable. It's just if they're comfortable with showing more skin or not, depending on their size. And then most of our pants will make them like a standard men's size or women's size. But we try to use, like, for example, like the windbreakers in the front, they have the elastic and the drawstring. So it makes it adjustable for people to wear. But we also do like very baggy, oversized kind of look. But we want to do like plus size or just bigger sizes so that everyone's included.
Yeah.
We've been, a lot of plus size models have been contacting us, asking us if we can make them custom stuff. So that'll be really cool. Eventually I want to get out of the markets, but since that's like the only thing that's like really popping right now, people are going to the markets every weekend.
is.
We're just gonna stay there.
Yeah.
We would love to open a store
Yeah.
eventually, but we're still working. So
Yeah.
Wow. So, it's so surprising when you talk about working at Crossroads and connecting with all these stylists and other people, and you're in Temple City. People do not always think of San Gabriel Valley as like this hotbed of creativity and entrepreneurship, but
It's
it's
true.
happening, huh?
It's
Mhm.
true, yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
We met actually one of the girls that bought pants from us. She literally lives down the street. I don't know if she went to Temple City. She might have went to Arcadia, but she's a model,
Mhm.
and we're trying to get her to model for
Mhm.
us. And she said the same thing, which is crazy that you said that, because we met her at the market recently, and she's like, "It's so crazy to meet someone from the San Gabriel Valley, and you guys are doing this, and I don't meet very many people who are creatives or in this industry pretty much." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I love it."
It's definitely blowing up, and people are willing to drive to Pasadena to get something a little bit different.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure.
Okay, here's a question. A couple people asked, do you ever have disagreements or different opinions on certain things? How do you deal with it?
Oh yeah, all the time. Oh yeah. I mean, because my style, I mean, we have the same style, which is really cool. I think that's why we can work together really well. And
Mhm.
we've, pretty much grown up and seen each other's style from like when we first met all the way till now. Like when we first met, I used to have like a Justin Bieber bowl haircut and like wearing Marilyn Manson t-shirts, like it was like from the style then to now. So yeah, we definitely disagree. Like she'll be like, "That's so ugly, that's tacky," and I'm like, "All right, whatever." And then I'll say something, I'm like, "No, let's cut it this way," or we disagree all the time. But like I said, we won't make it officially until we both agree on something. Because if not, it won't work. Because then if not, we can't speak to it. It doesn't speak to like if I'm explaining it to a customer and I don't know like what it is or how it was made or whatever it may be, like I don't want to be making stuff up.
Yeah.
And they're gonna know I'm lying.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have time for one or two more questions. Talk about social media. How do you blow up what you're doing? Any
Social media is its own job and its own. It's a lot. It's so much. When I was working at the marketing agency, I learned a lot about social media. I mean, till this day, we don't even know. We have a Facebook. We don't know how to use Facebook at all. We just made a TikTok. We don't know how to use TikTok at all, like at all, at all. So we need help on that. All we know is Instagram. So social media took a big part of our company for sure, because we started off, we had like 700 followers, and actually just last night we reached 11,000 followers, so that was really exciting for both of us. But yeah, that took a long time.
Yeah.
It's just honestly talking to people, and we would take business cards and we'll hand them out and people would just like throw them. So my new thing is, don't take business cards. We have business cards, don't take them. If they're looking at our stuff, they're like, "You have a business card?" I'm like, "You're on your phone, get your phone out, go on Instagram and follow us right now." That's my new way of getting people
Yeah.
to follow us.
Yeah.
But making sure we talk to every single customer that walks into our
Yeah.
booth. Like,
Definitely.
yeah, because
It's just literally just talking to people.
that's all it is.
And then they tell their friends, and like
Mhm.
that's literally it.
And working with influencers too. So one thing we decided is we would never give clothes out for free, just because that's not the type of brand that we want to be, like just giving stuff out for free here and there. And for us, it's more of like, this is our time. We made this with our time, our effort, our money. So I feel like, I mean, I worked with a bunch of influencers, so I know how they get paid and what they have to do to get free stuff. And I didn't agree with it at the time, So I think when they come to our booth and they're like, can you send us free stuff or can we work together? Can we collab? I'm like, no, like you have the money for it. You can pay me. I have my bills to pay still. You know, like you get thousands of things for free daily.
Yeah.
So we don't give stuff out for free. But if they're willing to buy it and if they tag us, that's great. If they don't tag us, then we used to be very discouraged about it. Now we've learned to just kind of move on and it's still our work. So we're still going to post it.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a big thing too, because um, social media, all it is influencers, you know, people posting. So we got to know a couple big names out there post us and tag us. So that helped us a lot too.
Yeah, for sure.
She tagged us and we got a lot of followers to
Yeah.
her. So that was really cool.
Wow. That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, what is your favorite part? And let's hear from each of you. What's your favorite part about doing this? Go ahead, Nick.
I think just using my degree. That like I went to school for this and like I'm actually using it. I know a lot of people who I went to school with and they are not.
That's true.
They're not using it.
A lot of our friends that we went to fashion school with, they're not in it anymore. They just quit.
Like all of them, actually. I don't really
Miss
know.
Alyssa, you remember Miss Alyssa Ramirez?
We're recording. Wait.
Oh. That's okay. She don't care.
Yeah, I remember her. I see her on your page.
We're trying to get her to help us though, because we want her to work with us.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
Her mom had a restaurant too, right? I feel like it was.
Oh yeah, her mom owns the restaurant.
Uria, right?
Yeah. The best favorite part about working fashion, just designing what we want, you know, like making things that we want and the different designs that we make. Because you know, you see everything look the same at different markets.
Yeah.
Like all the booths, everyone has the same kind of stuff. But ours is very like one of a kind. Yeah, I think just designing what we wanted to design and making it come to life.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely.
And people responding like really, really well to it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In my class, we talk about a social responsibility piece. So instead of giving it away to influencers, you're already taking care of the planet. So for people to ask for it free doesn't really match up with your brand's ideals or your concept anyway.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very exciting. My gosh. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.